Welcome to What's Eating Harlem. I'm Vanessa Tyler. There is a lot going on in Harlem. Let's get started. Who is that masked man and woman? Harlem is dressed and giving back at Harlem Haberdashery's second annual Black Tie Masquerade Ball. One look and you know they must live in Harlem. It's a certain style. Check out who our Selena Hill is spotlighting in Harlem style. You like wings? You'll love these. And the flavors and homemade dipping sauces. Grab a napkin, please, and join us. Just wait until you taste what we're brewing. It is Harlem's own craft beer. There are hops, wheat, and Harlem pride in that pot. All of that on this edition of What's Eating Harlem. What's Eating Harlem, funded in part by Cove Lounge. Situated in the heart of Harlem, it embodies the spirit and vitality of its community, delivering a unique blend of cool sophistication and urban edge. Also made possible by Chocolat, Harlem's fine dining at its best. Everyone meets at the bar at Chocolat, 120th and 8th, 2223 Frederick Douglass Boulevard. Chocolat Restaurant Lounge. Harlem turned out, turned on, and definitely turned up for the premier social event, the Harlem Haberdashery Masquerade Ball. There were fancy moves and even fancier clothes at this super chic black tie affair. Old school, new school, young Harlem, even Harlem's own Mace came beautifully to support.
Well, tonight is our second Masquerade Ball benefit in Harlem Hospital Pediatric Unit. We are proud to always support Harlem.
Harlem's first family of fashion, Shay and Guy Wood, along with Harlem's own style maker, Louis Johnson, organized this grown, sexy, and mysterious affair held in Harlem Hospital's atrium. Besides benefiting Harlem Hospital, this night honored those who give their hearts and souls to Harlem. Leanne Stella was honored for her dedication to the arts, and Henry Hank Carter for his lifelong commitment to helping the disabled. Also honored Jackie Rowe Adams, founder of Harlem Mothers Save. SAVE, acronym for Stop Another Violent End. It is a group no one ever wants to join, but unfortunately, because they lost a child, these kids, there are too many mothers in Harlem who are heartbroken members. Sadly, Jackie is a double inductee. She lost two sons to gun violence.
Because I can't bring both of my sons back, but I could certainly try to help another mother child don't feel the pain that I'm feeling, or try to help her save another life.
It is for all she does, comforting families, helping where she can with the expense of death, and fighting to change gun laws, that she is here representing the families who remain in pain. And handing out the awards, Harlem's own Councilwoman Inez Dickens. Great night, big fun.
Baby, Harlem is just spectacular. Look at how people just come out and they're just themselves, whether it's, big and sparkly or skinny with bright pants or, any kind of tuxedo jacket, any kind of bow tie. And Harlem has its own unique flavor, its own energy, and obviously the Harlem Hospital is a great cause.
Harlem is all about style, so it's the perfect gathering to see Harlem really shine.
I said it feels like royalty. I mean, last year was great, but this year is better.
And I just love seeing black folks be excellent.
Well, it's Harlem's Masquerade Ball of the year. People dressed up, but not only looking good, but doing good. Honoring members of the community and giving back to the Harlem Hospital.
Well, this is why we love balls and masquerade balls, because it really gets the best of the best out. And we are a fashion house at Harlem Haberdashery, so we love to look fly, we love to party with
like a fairy tale, the princes and princesses, queens and kings of Harlem danced into the night.
Is Harlem Style. DJ Olivia Dope is known for rocking the house. Starting off as a classically trained dancer, Olivia's love for music led her into her calling as a DJ. Now she's one of New York City's most sought after DJs in the fashion industry, who spins at parties hosted by Russell Simmons, Little Kim, Jennifer Hudson, and Essence Magazine. But don't get it twisted, Olivia's skills don't stop at the ones and twos. As you'll see, her unique style and flair make her a standout when it comes to fashion. And today, I'll talk to her right here at Harlem Haberdashery about her unique and dope style.
I love music. And I feel like a lot of people nowadays, we're so into our phones and we're so into, looking cool and not appearing to look like you're standing out from the crowd, that we forget to just have fun. So I want to bring that back. Just, hey, we're in the moment. Let's have a good time while we're here on this earth. I just go with what I'm feeling at the moment, at the time. I literally woke up one morning and was like, hey, I want purple hair. So we're gonna go and make that happen. Just being in the moment is what makes it dope. I like a lot of colors, very colorful person, whether it be springtime, wintertime, I'm always really, really colorful with my style. And I just go with a lot of different time periods that inspire me. Like, I love the 50s, I also love the 80s, so I kind of infuse the two. I'm really into what I do. I'm really into the music. Like, you will never not see me DJing and just like I'm dancing while I'm DJing too, so I'm really into what I do, and people feed off of that, so they want to join in and dance too. I know I have a DJ set for maybe like a 50th birthday party. I'm gonna be really heavy into like, a lot of 70s and 80s music or whatever, because that's a 50-year-old. I mean, that's their what they grew up on. So I'm just gonna embrace that. Do a lot of Diana Ross, very glamorous disco. So I'm gonna go with that frame of mind. So when I get there to DJ, I'm already feeling like that. So the music is just gonna flow.
Can you talk about where you get the name Olivia Dope?
Funny story. Since my days of college, a couple years back, a friend of mine, she kind of started the trend of telling me that I look like Kerry Washington. That went on for a little bit. Every time I guess somebody would see a movie or a TV show she was on, but when Scandal came about, it became a regular thing every single week. So it kind of was like wordplay one day. Hey, I'm Olivia Dope. You know Olivia Pope? She fixes things, I fix the turntables. Hey, let's go, Olivia Dope. So my style is, I guess, dope. Just, and when I say dope, I use it in the term that I like to use the name Olivia Dope. Dope, it means driven off of positive energy. So it's just anything I see that, you know, really speaks to me, I just take that in and use it in terms of my own style. I always like to play around with different styles with my hair, so that kind of sets the tone for everything else. Dress is from French Connection. The ring is one of my favorite rings from Forever 21. I got it for like $3.80. And the bracelets, Forever 21 and Wear Me Out jewelry. I love, love, love the lavender. And the shoes, I forget, but I think I got them thrifting. Wow. Another steal. I'm a big thrifter. We see clubs now where everybody just goes there and it's about bottle service and VIP. There's not even dance floors really in a lot of clubs anymore. It's just walkways because everybody's just focused on buying bottles and there's girls with the sparklers and stuff like that. So we kind of forget that we're here to interact with each other. We're all on our phones. We're all just waiting for them to bring the drinks. We're kind of forgetting that we're here to socialize and have fun with people that we don't know. And we're all here for the music. So it's all about being driven off of positive energy.
So if it's unique and it's fabulous, then it must be Harlem style. I'm Selena Hill.
What's Eating Harlem wants to get you involved. You got a story idea? Tell us. Go to our website, what'seatingharlem.com. There you can become a member and get discounts to some of the places we feature. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Feeding frenzy every day at this time when school lets out, but really, who could blame these ravenous boys? The wings at the International Wings Factory are not only good, there is really nothing else like them. That is exactly what Deepak Balani wants to hear. He stays up nights just coming up with the most creative ideas for his wings. And when he does sleep, his dreams are dipped in savory sauces.
People love wings, and that's how I started to do this, because I had an option of doing fine dining or follow the dream. And the dream was, I love wings. Honestly, I love wings. Every time there's a restaurant which has wings, in a restaurant I would go and try the wings.
So with a passion for wings, Deepak took his Culinary Institute of America education right to the edge of Harlem on 91st and 1st and opened a wing joint. He churns out hundreds and hundreds of wings.
We produce about 1,000, 1,200 wings a day.
Sure, his family wanted him to be a doctor, but Deepak is a wing man.
Because everybody says you're Indian, you should have one Indian wing.
He also loves a challenge, and he created a sauce that makes this probably the only place anywhere where you can bite into curry vindaloo wings. Crazy.
It's just spices, it's the heat, the forward heat, it's amazing. So people come here, they give me the feedback on my face so I can tweak it.
His homemade sauces are the key here. In addition to Indian spiced, there are jerk, Mexican, Mexique, that's barbecue in Mexican, mango, barbecue, teriyaki, garlic parmesan, American Gold, which is a honey mustard, and more. All perfect for dipping. Now, this is not scientific, but Deepak says there is something about munching on wings that can make your day seem brighter. The way he sees it, wings can heal any mood.
The guy who told me about his real story, he had buried his mom 2 days ago and he did not eat for 2 days. The first thing he had after that was my wings here. And that's what he made me, and then he came back again, same evening, took some wings to go home. You're hungry, you come here, have those wings, you have a smile on your face, you go home very, very happy.
Enough to make it yourself? Well, come on in. Celeste Beatty has the pot of water boiling for a homemade batch of beer, craft beer. It is the hottest thing going.
So the main thing you want to do is use this to put the grains inside of.
Terrific.
And that helps like a tea bag.
How long have you been making beer?
I've been making beer for about 17 years.
See that? It's hops in pellet form. Hops is what gives beer its flavor and aroma. She teaches people how to make beer, and I'm getting a real education. I add the hops to the boiling water. We are making 5 batches of India Pale Ale, commonly known as IPA. I stir. We're also going to add in barley, more hops. This is a process.
Making a beer is like making a soup. You get to make the soup, but beer requires a fermentation period.
This is where the beer gets fermented initially. This batch was made last week. It is infused with truffle paste thanks to Urbani Truffles, a company from Italy in the business of coming up with creative ways to enjoy truffles. This truffles-infused beer is very early in its fermentation process. If this has a feeling of Prohibition days, don't worry. What we're doing in this Harlem kitchen is perfectly legal. In fact, back in the 1970s, then President Jimmy Carter made it so by law.
That allowed people to make small batches of beer and wine in their homes.
And speaking of presidents, did you know President Obama brews beer? White House Honey Ale.
I think a lot of people will be a little amazed to know that the president is also a home brewer.
Yes, the president is is a home brewer, and he's one of the first presidents of the United States to actually brew beer, and I think he is the first to actually brew beer in the White House. They also grow some of their own hops in the backyard, as we do here.
Our process continues. Celeste sometimes just grabs seasonings to experiment with flavor.
Just common everyday stuff we have in our cabinets. Nutmeg.
That sounds delicious.
And coriander. What else do we add? Cumin. You can use some of the spices that you have in your own kitchen. I think it's time for us to add some other stuff there.
We take all the hops and grain that have been boiled in that giant tea bag, squeeze it. The liquid left behind, known as wort, is what we ferment to make our beer. What we're brewing today, we can't drink for about a month. It is Celeste Beatty's love of beer and love of Harlem that has resulted in her starting the Harlem Brewing Company, beer that can be found at various restaurants and supermarkets in Harlem. She makes the test batches at home, and then a brewery bottles 2 types, Sugar Hill Golden Ale and Harlem Renaissance Wit. She also ships her beer around the world, representing for Harlem.
That we're launching the Entertainer IPA. That's a tribute to Scott Joplin. My great-great-grandparents were ragtime musicians. Scott Joplin performed with them. Scott Joplin has a very deep history here in Harlem. He lived in 3 or 4 different buildings here in Harlem. We want to pay tribute to the history. The whole idea or the whole spirit of the brand is really about celebrating Harlem. Harlem growing up is like our our Great Wall, our Mecca, our wall, our place that we sort of look to for inspiration. And communities around the country and around the world look to Harlem. So in deciding to create a beer that was going to be a banner related to the neighborhood.
She plans to open a brewery right here in Harlem and started a GoFundMe campaign to help it happen. On this night, she is offering her beer and a special treat of truffles to guests at Sedapani's restaurant in Harlem. The guests have beer cocktails and taste truffles in the delicious dishes created for the night.
Very fantastic. Thumbs up, thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Absolutely.
Truffles, that elusive mushroom, average cost $3,000 to $4,000 a pound, dug up in the forests in Italy. And the truffles they are enjoying tonight were in the ground in Italy less than 36 hours ago.
What we are trying to do is to approach different markets, even markets that before they were a little bit skeptical about it. Now we create a lot of different products and a lot of different things with truffle that are much more affordable, and they are also truffle is becoming much more versatile.
Truffles in sea salt, olive oil, tomato paste. Even as Celeste showed, she used truffle paste in a specially brewed truffles-infused craft beer.
The evening topped off with beer from Harlem to drink and meals with truffles to enjoy. It's a dining experience here in Harlem that arrived from continents away.
A feeling of togetherness in a tall glass, her passion for beer and Harlem history.
I have to do more than just make beer. I have to carry that message, and I have to encourage people to come to Harlem. And everything that we do with our businesses, I believe we have to reach back and make sure we honor that history and make sure we preserve it.
That's all the time we have for now, but there's much more next time on What's Eating Harlem. I'm Vanessa Tyler. See you uptown.
What's Eating Harlem, funded in part by Cove Lounge. Situated in the heart of Harlem, it embodies the spirit and vitality of its community, delivering a unique blend of cool sophistication and urban edge. Also made possible by Chocolat, Harlem's fine dining at its best. Everyone meets at the bar at Chocolat, 120th and 8th, 2223 Frederick Douglass Boulevard. Chocolat Restaurant Lounge.
To become a member of What's Eating Harlem, go to www.whatseatingharlem.com and sign up for special events like wine tastings and food tastings. Also, join us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. If you have any ideas for stories about Harlem, send them to info@whatseatingharlem.com.